been war, which is the first war in Guru Granth Sahib, with the title of Shri Raag Ki War Mahla Chautha, Shloka Now, meaning thereby, Vara normally, as I said last time, is a paudi, but then related shloks are edited with it, and that's a task that the fifth master completed when compiling.
Sorry, which page are you on?
83, middle of the page.
से नु सलाह जे तुद रखे बाहर घर हर जिसनु होए दयाल सो हर जप भाव बिखमतर. Was that the responsibility of the human mind-body system is to have the faith and stay in his perpetual memory, and with his grace contribute from your side, you do your task, then his grace will take you on the other side of the dimension. Continues in the shloka Mahela Pehla, Daati Sahib Sundian kya challe tis naal, ik jagande na lahan, ik suttiyan de uthal. This particular shloka discussed it because a similar shloka exists in Farid Bani. Farid ji also has a similar shloka with very little difference in spellings, with the same thought. And as we discussed there, I don't think any one of you probably remember now that it has been misinterpreted, misunderstood. The of this shloka is, those who get up early in the morning and do the meditation in the morning, they are the one who get worthy of his grace. And that in reality it has nothing to do with the morning getting up or doing the meditation at a particular time or space. It's a complete misunderstanding. Here is a continuity of the first paudi. Har tisse nu salaha jo tud rakhe bahar ghar har jisnu hoye dayal so har jap bhav bikhmatar. His grace and human endeavor, mind-body systems endeavor to try to get worthy of his grace. When the two are joined, if there is no grace, then the effort may not be fruitful at all. If the effort becomes and gets converted into ego, that I am making some effort, then the grace would not come. Effort and only stay dependent on his grace, even then nothing will happen. Both are necessary. And this shloka is the extension of that thought, continuation. Daati Sahib Sundian, Das his grace. Sandhya means that he has them, he owns them. Who? Sahib. Creative energy has all the graces. All the graces. He also controls the will to decide who is worthy of their grace. Now, he is not discriminatory, he is not judgmental. If the pot is empty, it will get filled. If the pot is not empty, even a little bit of impurity is left. It may not be visible to the seeker, but it is visible to him, which is what we forget all the time. What's wrong with that? I don't see it. I did it, okay. And you can actually experience that in your own lifetime right here. When you ask your child, a boy or a girl, and say, go do the dishes, or mop the floor, or vacuum the carpet. You give him the any chore. In a rush to finish it up. So they are going to do this, and then its mother is going to come and say, did you do it? See, look, I did it. No, you didn't. Yes, Mom, I did it. Is looking at what you are looking at, and you see a particular glass still has a little marks on it, and he did not wash it properly, and you just rinsed it, you didn't wash it. No, Mom, I did it. But don't you see these spots? No, I don't see it. Where are they? With our Creator. You say, see, that ego is still sitting. Where is the ego? I don't have it. It's still there. No, I'm not angry. Am I? I don't see the anger anywhere. But he sees it. And we complain that he's being discriminatory. He knows that he's not being discriminatory. The pot is just not clean. So Gurbani has that thought here, and continued with the thought and said, Daati, Sahib, Sundian, kya challe tis naal? You can't argue with him. Because what you don't see, he does. Well, you don't have those eyes. You don't have that clarity of thought. Your glasses are still little hazy and a little colored, and you are looking at everything through those colored glasses. He doesn't have that. Hence you cannot argue with him. Ja gande na lehan. This is the word that confused everybody. Jagana means uthana. That was the translation, to get up in the morning. And that's not what it means here. Ik ja gande na lehan. And we go through it every day. Right here, in this crowd. Doing this. Well, this is what I was told. I was not told anything else. Wait a minute, I thought we talked about it last week, and it was not the same that you learned before. Ja gande na lahan. Knows it exactly, have understood it, has been told, communicated, this is not what it is, but they don't. They still don't act on it. Ik ja gande na lahan. Even after understanding that what we have been doing in our entire life isn't the real thing, that's an illusion, we need to wake up out of that dream. Oh no, but the dream is so sweet, it is so pleasant. Waking up is torturing. Facing the reality and truth, please don't, let me sleep.
I don't do mornings.
Every one of us. No exception to the rule. No exception to the rule. That's a denial. That's a self-denial. Delusional. And we have talked very candidly here, without being personal or judgmental or to hurting anybody's feelings. We have said that here gazillion time. We have been talking about this for so many years now. Have we not understood it? Yes. Then why you have not implemented it? It is much more easier, simpler, sweeter, more enjoyable. Then why be self-delusional? Why spend the time there and time there also. And that's Gurbani is pointing out. Ik jag andhe na lahan. But there are others. Who are they? Uthal. They just got, the consciousness was completely asleep. And they got one word. Tada, I'm done. And there are, of you have heard the story of that Shudra boy who went to Dronacharya and said, I want to learn the art of archery from you. Just as you are teaching Arjuna, teach me that too. For all kings, how a master of kings should teach a Shudra. And the Shudra boy said, whether you teach me or not, you are my guru. Remember the story? Mm-hmm. That he made a statue of Dronacharya in his own hut, and every morning he'll get up, bow to his guru and start practicing the archery. Happened. One day, Arjuna with his four brothers and with his teacher went on hunting, and they had hunting dogs with them. And when barking, it started disturbing his practice, and he took arrows in the direction of the barking of the dog and filled up their mouth without hurting them. Mm-hmm. So dogs weren't bleeding, but they couldn't bark. When Arjuna saw that, he got angry with his teacher. You haven't taught me that technique. And you told me there is no better archer than me on this earth. The guy who did this, and you have taught him, but not me. And Dronacharya is saying, no, I haven't taught anybody. Let's go find out. So they go, and he's sitting there in front of the statue of Dronacharya, and he's practicing. The political thing that he says, I am not your guru. He said, you are. This is all your grace. And he said, how can I be your guru? You haven't given the guru dakshina. He said, what do you need? He said, I want the thumb of your right hand.
Mm-hmm. Why was that?
He took the knife and cut his thumb.
To please Arjuna.
Because see, this is how you hold the arrow. So he was able to keep his promise to Arjuna that there shall be never a better archer in my lifetime in the entire world. The story, how does it apply here? One word. He is the guru. There's no guru like him. He is my guru and I got it. I don't need anything else. I don't need any more instructions from him. I just need to keep that in heart, that he is the guru and his energy will flow toward me. They uthal. They heard witness, and then they get up and they implement it. They don't argue, they don't discuss, they don't analyze, they do nothing except implement it.
Ekalavya, the one student of Drona, he had so much passion for learning that he really wanted to learn it all.
Yeah.
And so if he didn't have that severe passion, no statue, even personally, Drona couldn't have taught him.
What does it mean? What's your point?
That means is.
What's your point?
What we learn.
Don't we claim here that we come here because it does that so much? We actually give up our parties and our dinners and all that.
Thank you.
Don't we claim the same?
Where is the tape recorder? Yes, it is tape recorder. This is good. This is good.
The difference is that a Kalya not only said it,
He did it.
He did it, which is what this statement is saying. Ik ja gande na lahan. They have been told and then confirmed. Did you understand what I said? Yeah. Do you agree with it, or do you have a new thought about it? No, I agree with it 100%. There can't be any other thing. That is the truth. Okay? It's changing you. We are one of those. Ik ja gande na lahan. But they are they utha. So where is the responsibility? This is the most critical thing that we all. अजी उसकी कृपा ही नहीं हुई साढ़े ते असी की कर सकते हैं कि is he is responsible. It is his duty to do this, and Gurbani throws it back on you and say, hold it. He one part and you have the other part. You your thing, and when you are done, he knows it when you are done. You cannot go to him and say, I am done, now do your duty. Which is what the first line was. Daati, Sahib, Sundian. Kya chal rahe tis naal? How are you going to go argue with him? Why? Because he knows the complete truth, which may be even hidden from your own consciousness. Well, how do I know? Well, you need to have that faith. You need to have that understanding. Your guru, your master, the Shabad Guru, the Gurbani is hammering on you. When you are ready, he will automatically come. He has never held back from anyone. Because if he did, then he is no more almighty. You and I. And he is not like you and I. Who's that? He's the Sahib. Daati, Sahib, Sundian. He controls all of them. He has them. And he also has the awareness as to when that grace need to be let go. For who and when. But here is the problem. He said he will let go. And there are two types. Few, when they even get it, they are going to go back to sleep. Are there who were asleep and they get a little shaking, they are up and running. Who are you going to be? One of those who go back to sleep, or one of those who implement it? सिद्क सबूरी साधका सब्बर तोसा मलाइका दीदार पूरे पाए सा थाओ नाही खाएका. श्लोका. सिद्क सबूरी साधका is contentment. Saburi comes from sabr. ਇਹਦੇ ਕੋਲ ਹੈ ਇਹ ਦੋਵੇਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ, ਕੰਟੈਂਟਮੈਂਟ ਤੇ ਸੰਤੋਖ. ਸਾ ਮਲਾਇਕਾ, ਮਲਾਇਕ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਐਂਜਲਸ. Somebody talk about angels. That means there are angels and there are devils. It's talking of the people who have that nature. Human people who have angel-like nature. How human angel? What's the definition ਦਿੱਤੀ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ? कौन ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ? ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਸਿੱਦਕ, ਕੰਟੈਂਟਮੈਂਟ, ਹੌਸਲਾ, ਪੇਸ਼ੈਂਸ, ਸਾਧਕਾ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਾਧਨਾ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਸਬਰ, ਤੋਸਾ, ਮਲਾਇਕਾ. ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਖਾਣਾ, ਤੋਸਾ ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਸਮਥਿੰਗ ਟੂ ਈਟ. ਉਹ ਕੀ ਹੈ? ਟੂ ਦੀ ਟੋਲਰੈਂਸ, ਸਬਰ. ਇਹ ਕਰੈਕਟਰਿਸਟਿਕ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਕੋਲ ਨੇ? एंजल लाइक patience, contentment. Sadhak means the jagyasu, the one who does it. Sabr, tolerance. Tosa mean to eat the khana. Kinna the angel like. These characteristics inside you, it is all talking of inner. It has nothing to do with the outer side. When energy turns into that quality, then didar pure paisa thao nahi khayeka. Khayek means the one who just talks, like me. अब बातां दे करने वाला जेड़ा है, is not going to get anywhere. Thao nahi khayeka.
You have to do it.
Didar pure paisa. If you are there, His grace is guaranteed. If you are, then you will be just patkana hai, thao nahi. That means you cannot be stable anywhere, inner or out. Paudi. Sab ape tud apaye ke ape kare lai. The one who had that, which was that? Daati, Sahib, Sundian. That shlok, which was the first shlok. Now, us Sahib di, us di definition, the expansion की जा रही है. जिन्हों Sahib क्या है? Who's that? Said Sahib to who? सब आपे तुद उपाय के. The one who's everything. We were traveling to the airport, dropping Pratma's brother and sister-in-law at the airport. And her Babi said, and she's an educated woman. She was a she then got to the administrative age, and now she's retiring. And she has a son who lives here in Dallas. And her son said to the mother, prove it to me that God exists. Sorry, I really couldn't. Why did you even try? Haven't you studied enough Gurbani? Haven't you read enough that these pursuits are useless? Why don't you do the opposite? Ask him to prove that he doesn't exist. The theory of evolution. Darwin is everything to them. Darwin is still a theory, not a reality. Did not prove why it is happening. He proved scientifically by saying how it is happening. This leads to this. So if Darwin is assuming that there was a very, very small particle which had a tremendous gravity and then it exploded. To ask somebody where that small particle came from, what would you say? Where did God come from? Prove there is there. Are based on an assumption. There is a creative energy. You are assuming that there is a material particle with the potential to expand and explode. That is the way it happened. But next, you tell me, who decided then when I take 2 molecules of hydrogen and 1 molecule of oxygen and under certain circumstances I combine them, it becomes a water? Why not oil? Who decided that it is going to be water and not oil? Telling me that the dead matter had that intelligence to say that when carbon is crushed and stays under earth for gazillion of years, it will turn into oil, but when you take the oxygen and hydrogen, it will become water. So I am going to take the water, you become the oil. That energy has no intelligence, but the dead matter has intelligence to say that when I add one more atom, I am going to become this. Add another atom on top of that, I am going to become this.
It's just a chemical reaction between the two metals.
What is happening? I am asking why it is happening. In that these two, when I take the sodium chloride
That will be the
and I put it with HCl, Hanji?
that will be the property of the
Property. The question is who decided the properties? By just other element, this becomes iron and this becomes copper and this becomes zinc. How is that decision being made?
By the end.
Because their properties are different. Iron properties are not the same as the gold's property. And we study its molecular structure and we count the atoms and neutrons and protons and say this molecule has these elements and hence they are behaving like this. These elements have this and they are behaving like that. Okay, so I understood what are they doing. Now I want to ask why are they doing?
Why are they doing and how do you?
And how did that decision, where did that decision come from? Can a dead matter have that intelligence? Or there is an intelligence being provided from somewhere? I am not saying it's not, right? Sodium chloride added to the hydrochloric acid
who gave he's saying is that who gave those properties.
There is one other way of saying it, proving existence of God indirectly.
I haven't proven God exists.
Okay.
He cannot be proven that he exists.
Okay.
It's impossible.
Argument. यहाँ फ्रंट में इतने सुंदर गुलाबों के फूल लगते हैं, तो वो जो कलियां होती हैं वो खिलती हैं और इतना सुंदर फूल कैसे हो रहा है?
वो उनकी प्रॉपर्टी है, उनके सीड की प्रॉपर्टी है. वो तो दीवान साहब भी कह चुके हैं. इस बीज का ये बनेगा, इस बीज का ये बनेगा.
कि वो जो साइकिल जो चलती है वो कुछ ना कुछ तो उसको एनर्जी दे ही रही है, जैसे आप कह रहे हैं.
That's the whole.
तो अब भगवान के बिना वो हो ही नहीं सकता.
No. See, you have to be very careful when you are trying to. You have to respect both sides of the argument. In this congregation, I have never used the word God. I always say he, she, it. Whatever you want to call it. There is something. Your own thing. And Gurbani says, don't waste the time. Both are starting with an assumption. One is a faith-based assumption. The other is a logic-based assumption. Argument-based assumption. You are stuck to the argument-based thing. I am stuck to the faith-based. But I will tell you, I have one advantage over you. Particularly when I'm in crisis, and I close my eyes and say, oh, whosoever you are, wherever you are, give me the strength, give me to face this crisis. Have you ever seen anybody saying, oh, glob of dust, lift me up emotionally?
Very good logic.
You need to pray to an energy, not to the dead matter. Energy who has the potential of providing you also the energy that you are lacking at that time. Matter cannot give you that energy. That Sahib is being explained here. He said, सब आपे तुद उपाय के आपे कारे लाई. Now this is an extremely important concept. Somebody like a snake who can stay without food for 6 months or just eat the dust. Reason
Incentive.
to get up in the morning and do something.
No incentive.
Where's the incentive? From not Guru Granth Sahib but Farid Bani. Farid Bani says, Farida, मौत नालों भुख बुरी, राती खा के सुतों सवेरे फेर खड़ी. चंगी मौत आ जाती तो स्यापा मुक जाता. कहती ये भुख ऐसी है, रात में इनू मार के सौना है, सवेरे फिर जाग पैंदी है. फिर सवेरे कहती लिया ब्रेकफास्ट लिया. एक बार आउंदी है, फरीदा मौत नालों भुख बुरी, राती खा के सुतो सवेरे फिर खड़ी. अर्ज, दैट मोटिवेशन, उसने पेट लगाता. सब आपे तुद अपा के आपे कारे लाई.
उपाय
पैदा करना. Then also created the system, the reason, the logic that the human just cannot stay on the bed forever and ever and say khasma nu khave jo hunda hon. If he or she has to get up to sustain this body jehdi usne banai hai, he has to feed it. He has to clean it, he has to, nurture it, he has to entertain it, all the rest of the things follow. That wisdom saw that इन सारे ਨੂੰ बना के करना की फिर एक दूसरे का मुंह बैठे देखे रहेंगे. नहीं, give them the reason to do something, to get out. एक विकसदा अपनी वडियाई. Well, isn't that beautiful? Then this game, this drama that you created, only you can appreciate it. Wow, what a drama. से या तो जिसे तौफीक दे, वरना इस दुनिया में आकर मुस्कुराता कौन है? आप हसी जाता है, या जिसने उन्होंने जगा देता है, अकल आ गई है, या ब्रह्म ज्ञानी हसदा वेख इस ड्रामे नूं, या पागल हसदा. साडे वर्गे विच जो रोंदे ही ने. वो शायर कहता ना, खुदाया तू मुझे बनाता भट्टी शराब की. अरे बना के मुझे इंसान क्यों ये मट्टी खराब की.
But is Khuda listening though? That's another story.
Second line, second line.
खुदाया तू बनाता मुझे भट्टी शराब की, क्यों बना के मुझे इंसान मेरी मट्टी खराब की. नहीं भी इंसान मिट्टी तो बनया ना, कहता मिट्टी वेस्ट ही हुई है, रोंदी रहती है, खुश होंदी नहीं. ये खुश क्यों नहीं होंदी? बिकॉज इट डज नॉट सी द ब्यूटी ऑफ द गेम. इट जस्ट डज नॉट अप्रिशिएट दिस. He's so vested and narrowed in his own day-to-day thing, he doesn't see the whole picture. That's all he's worried about.
What I want by God isn't given.
That's it. So वो कह रहे तू ही खुश हो सकना है क्योंकि एक गेम ऐसी है, only you understand it.
You can't see the whole picture, only he can see the whole picture.
No, we have been given very many different angles. We have been shown, we have discussed it, and when we see it, when we understand it, we have talked about the play, the leela, the drama, the ras, the play of positive and negative, right and wrong, day and night. We discussed all those things. So when we are not focused on our own self, particularly the physical part of it, then we make sense. I never thought it that way. But as soon as our attention turns back to our own mind-body system, and in this world particularly, we keep on worrying about our weight. ਦੁਖੀ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੇ, ਖਾਣਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਛੱਡਣਾ, ਪਰ ਭਾਰ ਵੀ ਵੱਧਦਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ। ਅੱਛਾ, ਰੋਜ਼ ਜਿਮ ਵੀ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਪਰ ਉਹਦਾ ਕੋਈ ਅਸਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦਾ। And then that circle, we never cut out of it. Anytime I have been asked, ki hal chal hai thodi, say is the heart okay, is any complications, etc., what's my answer? I never think about it. I have never one day thought about it that I am on a borrowed time. I have a quadruple bypass. जो हो गया, जो तो बाकी हो जाएगा वो भी हो जाएगा, गल करो। Don't actually chastise me. तेरी सेवा की करिए, तू तो बीमार लगता ही नहीं। You don't behave like a heart patient, so what you complaining?
But you're not complaining.
Start complaining.
No, I don't.
Start complaining ताकि सेवा हो।
ना
सेहतमंद रहना मतलब he says to, of course, to be.
You take care of the body as you can.
Okay.
And then stop worrying about what happens.
Yes.
That's it.
It's very subjective, right?
Whatever you are comfortable with. रजनीश को दुनिया तंग आ जाती सी, वो पानी क्यों नहीं से निकलता? एक ठंडा टब रखे है, एक गर्म टब रखे है। कदी उन्हें ठंडे टब च बह जाना, तो उठ के सिद्धे देना, गर्म टब च बह जाना, फिर ठंडा पानी गर्म होते पूने चेलिया ने तंग आ जाना ਉਹਦੇ ਕੋਲ।
Where was he doing?
That was his playing with water. You were to trip and
playing means was it drinking or taking?
No.
Sitting in the tub.
He liked to shock the body through cold and
It is good for you.
yeah, it is.
सारी थकान निकल जाती है, blood flows भी।
जो भी है, again we start over analyzing it.
Yeah.
All I'm saying to you is, if that's how your body, because he had a problem, which was he was allergic to so many things in life that it was mind-boggling, and they could not diagnose in why he becomes so quickly sick. And one solution he found was just stay in the water as long as you can. Spend as much time in the water. That came to my mind is how to take care of the body. You do what is your inner voice saying it, but stop worrying about it.
That's where the problem is.
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜੀ ਇੰਨੀ ਦੇਰ ਸੈਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ, ਇੰਨੀ ਦੇਰ ਜਿਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਂਦੇ, ਆ ਖਾਂਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ, ਆ ਪੀਂਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ, ਆ ਸੌਂਦੇ ਨਹੀਂ, ਕਰਦੇ ਲੱਗੇ ਰਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਸਾਰੇ। And everybody is an expert.
Of course, we all know.
Everybody is a doctor.
Everybody is done.
कब तक शुरू हो रही है, कितना शुरू हो रही है? Yeah.
And that, coming back to the Gurbani, he says, human body, human mind is so focused on the little things, is where we are, that it doesn't see the beauty of the entire creation. It just takes one part and then run with it. Oh, so many people hungry, so many people dying, so many people suffering, so many people going bankrupt, so many people losing homes. You just take one and then run with it. Discussing this in Pittsburgh with one of my colleagues, I simply asked them a simple question. Say, tell me, between both Republicans and Democrats, have you heard anybody say that they want to have deficit budgeting? No. In the last 100 years, has the deficit grown or gone down? And is it not that both parties have been in power? Has the taxes grown up or gone down? Now, if both parties don't want it, then who the hell is turning this volume up every year?
Both.
Both are lying to you.
But they can't do it once they go in there, they can't.
Absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. Because the deficit financing means to spend more than you have. The way United States government is run, I cannot run my household for 1 month. Because the same banks will come and will possess my car, my home, my radio, everything, because I am deficit financing. Year after year after year, they have their own favorite things and they want to do that favorite thing. So since there is no income to do that favorite thing, borrow from the future.
So
Everybody does it.
it's true with all the country.
With America, it's a little bit more than most.
America, it has become the philosophy.
What this all have to do with the Gurbani? Ed, तू आपे वेख विगसदा अपनी वड्याई. Is only known to you.
Viksta means?
खुश होना.
वड्याई भी खुशी होगी होगी. अच्छा.
The greatness.
Christians, okay.
On one thing, particularly that which has to do their physical, their inner at all. Because anybody who's worried about the inner is what? Suttiyan de uthal. Ek jagan de na lahen, ek na suttiyan de uthal. The one who's worried about the inner will immediately get on it. तुद्धो बाहर किछ नहीं तू सच्चा साईं. Beautifully that Sahib being defined. Else. But what do we do? Don't buy this. तुद बातों को कुछ होने का नहीं की गल्ला करदा पयो वो सरदार जी बैठे है ते मैं ते महाराष्ट्र तो आई हां मेरा ਉਹਦਾ ਕੀ ਸੰਬੰਧ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਹੈ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚੰਗੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਦੇ नजर आउंदा ही नहीं के जाने हर तो दो बाहर किछ नहीं. So why saying unless you learn to close your eyes and experience him everywhere, you are bad. You are never going to grow. Your open eyes keep on confirming your belief system. I used to hear a saying in Punjabi, वेखना झूठ ते कहना सुनना वेखना सच ते सुनना झूठ. Whatever you see with your own eyes, that is the only truth. If you just heard it from somebody, that cannot be the truth. That's a gossip. So ऊपरों बड़ी सियानी गल लगदी है. And when you go deeper into it, it's a very big lie. क्योंकि कान भी सच नहीं दस सकते.
Spiritualism ਦੇ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਦੋਨੇ ਕਰਦੇ.
They are both liars. And one bigger lie than the other. It's back. हर किछ नहीं तू सच्चा साईं तू आपे आप वर्तदा सबनी ही थाई. If our belief gets to that level where whatever is happening using various conduits, such a simple thing to understand and such a difficult to implement. Forget. He is working through me. He is listening through me. He is talking through me. He is eating through me. He is cooking through me. He is eating over there what he served over here. Continuously.
with his that God wants us to rise, He sent you to us. We do all say that.
Absolutely sorry to disagree with you. God wants nothing. He has no wants.
In this sense, I use that word little loosely. What I mean is, God finally, took pity on us. These people need.
He has no pity on anybody.
Come on, help gang. भगवान चाहता है कि हम ऊपर उठें.
भगवान कुछ चाहता ही नहीं.
कुछ नहीं है.
भगवान तो चाहता ही नहीं.
क्या भगवान का गड्ढा अड़ा खड़ा है?
Okay.
Asha, you have to get out of this. You have to get out of this mindset. तू आपे आप वर्तदा सबनी ही ठाई हर तिसे नु ध्यावो संत जनो जो लय चढ़ाई. Now that is the final key. Human mind body system depends on another human mind body system. All of it seeks the support of that ultimate creator. And say, Jagyasu, that's what a seeker ends up doing.
Does he, do a good thing, seeking like in that way, or is he on the negative side or positive side by doing that? Yes.
He is neither negative nor positive. वो बाकी भज्जो सबे आसरा छुट्टे सब असराओ और ब्रह्म लगे ना तत्व. ਜਦੋਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਬਾਕੀ ਆਸਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਛੱਡਣਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਜਾਂਚ ਆਂਦੀ ਹੈ, ਉਹਦਾ ਇੱਕ ਆਸਰਾ ਪਕੜਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ, ਫਿਰ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਹੋਇਆ ਉਹਨੇ ਕੀਤਾ, ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੀ ਸ਼ਿਕਾਇਤ ਹੈ? ਕਬੂਲ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ. ਜੇ ਉਹ ਕਬੂਲ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਤਾਂ ਹੁਕਮ ਰਜ਼ਾਈ ਵਿੱਚ ਆ ਗਿਆ.